Good evening, it's April 19th, 2025, and it's time for my devotionals. Won't you join me? In God's Purpose for Your Life. April 19th, Battle Won Faith. I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts. 1 Samuel 17:45. We all know the story of the young shepherd boy who slew the giant. David stood before his formidable foe with no sword, armor, or battle experience. Biblical scholars speculate that Goliath, the mammoth Philistine warrior, stood somewhere between 9 and 12 feet tall and weighed several hundred pounds. He was heavily armed, and the sight of him struck terror into the hearts of Saul's army. By all rational accounts, David was no match for his challenger. The secret of David's success, however, was not in his own ability, but in his willingness to trust and obey God. Likewise, David realized that what he learned in one situation would help him with whatever he faced in the future. The same is true for you. God has a plan to develop your faith as well, deepening your dependence on Him. You may be facing what seem to be enormous trials and difficulties, but knowing how to respond properly to these challenges is critical to your spiritual growth. So like David, declare that your battles belong to the Lord. Allow God to take your trust and grow it into a strong and mighty faith in His name, one that has the ability to conquer any foe. Jesus, my battles belong to you. In your name I triumph. Strengthen my faith and lead me to your awesome victory. Amen. And in trusting God with every breath. April 19th, Trust and Lean. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6, NKJV. Today's verses can be hard for our flesh to accept. We might think, you mean trust in my own strength, right? I know what I want. I know best what I need. So does God. In fact, He knows best. He wants your best, sees your future, and will bring all things to fruition if you trust in Him, not in yourself. With all your heart. Even that part of you that wants to do things your own way, you cannot trust your own understanding of your very own life. You might think, but I know myself better than God. You do? God created the mind with which you think. He created your heart that beats, producing life. He understands you more than you understand yourself. Lean not on your own understanding. You must acknowledge Him in all your ways, even when you want to go your own way because you feel it's best. Yes, in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. And you want Him to direct your path, don't you? When God directs our paths, He brings His perfect peace. When we follow our own path, worry and dread are our companions. When we trust in the Lord with our whole heart, trusting not in our own way, God walks with us, and peace becomes our companion. Remind yourself how faithful God has always been to you, and begin again, trusting Him every step of the way. With what can you trust the Lord today? Will you rely on His understanding instead of yours? The best way to build that battle-won faith is to trust and lean on God whenever you're having an issue. He will help you with the battles. I hope you have a blessed day.